Hello, everybody, and welcome back to North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for the USA National Prep Basketball Championship. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports, and I am really excited about being here today because it is Championship Saturday. Championship Saturday coming to you from actually a very cold day to start the day from North Myrtle Beach. But first up on the docket, we have a team that we actually broadcast yesterday, Victory Christian, taking on Kings Christian. So I'll do my best to get you caught up on the rosters. I've got some new names and we've got some clarifications, but really excited about this one. We've got 4 great games for you today, all championships. If you've been watching so far this week, you know there's a lot of talent out here, and there's some college prospects. We've got some college coaches here in the building already. There are actually multiple courts. We are in the main gym at the J. Bryan Floyd Community Center in North Myrtle Beach. And even though it was cold this morning, I will say the sunrise was beautiful over the ocean, and the full moon last couple of nights over the ocean at night just been spectacular. So, and now we get to wrap it all up with some basketball, some high-level basketball, and I'm ready to go. So, and we're about to tip. So, Victory Christian is in the home whites. Kings Christian in the road maroon jerseys. Ngoye Bob Manuel, number 20, to jump for Victory Christian. Battle. Ngoye Bob Manuel won that tip, but it ultimately landed with Kings Christian. So they start their first offensive set as Jalen Walker running the point, number 1. Walker, stop, shoot. There was a momentary gap. That's too strong off the basket. Ngoye Bob Manuel with the first rebound. And we're going the other way, calling out the plays. That's Nassan Ayala, the point guard for Victory Christian. Had a really stellar game yesterday. Stops just inside the three-point line. No good. Rimmed out. Battle for the rebound. Bob Manuel comes up with it. His shot no good. And we're going the other direction as Lucas Sakota pushes it ahead. Over to Walker. Walker driving. Bumps off the defender. Unable to finish. And once again, Ngoye Bob Manuel with his second rebound. Now, there are 16-minute halves in the boys' brackets. And girls' brackets later will be quarters, so just keep that in mind if you're watching all day. Ngoye Bob Manuel, outside shot, good. Just inside the three-point line. That shot looked great coming off his wrist. The bench comes alive. And Victory Christian is on the board. Wild shot there, no good. Already Ngoye Bob Manuel being a factor as he bothered that shot. Here's Nassan Ayala. Now giving it up to Seth Smith. Smith also had a great game yesterday. Ayala feeds inside. Felix Yu Jr. up 2 strong. And Jalen Walker expressing that he wants his teammates to calm down. We're going to run our offense. Now he's calling out the play. Walker being guarded by Ayala. That should be a great matchup today. Jalen Walker against Nassan Ayala. Both have great size. They have the build for the college game. Both heady point guards. Definitely a matchup to watch. Number 1, Jalen Walker for Kings Christian. And number 5, Nassan Ayala for Victory Christian. All right, we've got some discussion on the board or at the table. We've got some referees talking to referees. I believe we've actually got a referee working the scorer's table, who was calling the game, the previous game on this court. I don't know if he's filling in or decided to take over control of everything himself. But we've got a break in the action. So let me tell you guys, you can keep up with every game that we're broadcasting today at netcastsports.com. You can also watch replays of all the games we've done this weekend. And you can follow us on Twitter at netcastsports. And, of course, Instagram. If you go on Twitter at netcastsports, one of the best things about it is that we're able to give you updates on links, games, changes in the rosters, changes in what our broadcast schedule is, last-minute things. You know, a lot of these tournaments, as anybody who's attended them know, there can be some flux. You know, you can have teams that drop out at the last minute, teams that are added at the last minute. So we can keep our viewers apprised of that if you follow us on Twitter. But back in action now. Ayala with the point. Victory Christian working. They want to work to the high post. Goye Bob Manuel trying to feed it down to the low post, but real battle on the blocks down there, really getting physical. But guard play pretty easy for them to just dribble the ball around, so it's not really no pressure on the perimeter. Battle inside. That's going to be a foul. And I'm not sure. That may have been on Sam Thompson. Seth Smith now running the offense. He gives it up. Ayala driving, scoop shot. That's a running floater, and it's good. Nelson Ayala on the board in the scoring book, first time today. And that pushes the lead out for Victory Christian to 4-0 early on. And a turnover. So a lot to like so far from Victory Christian. Just about 3 minutes gone here in the first half. And Bob Manuel, tough defense on the outside. Jalen Walker up, takes the contact from the defender, scores anyway. And he's going to get Kings Christian on the board. Ayala beats Walker off the dribble, draws the foul. And Masani Ayala is going to be going to the line. First shot good for Ayala. That pushes the lead out to 3. Second shot rattles in and good. So Ayala with 4 points early here. Kick to the outside, drive on the baseline. Good patience inside, but too strong. The length of Victory Christian causing those offensive shots to be a little tentative. Smith, crossover dribble, kicks it out. Now inside to the post. Hard move to the post, back down. Gets his own rebound. Up once again strong, too strong. Ricochets off to the side. Big block there. Sam Thompson. And ultimately, Alex Nwaga with the rebound. Deep outside shot is good, and it's the first time we've seen Coleman Stuckey today. Victory Christian looking to run their half-court set. Kings Christian running a man-to-man. Ayala wants to reset the offense. He's looking to drive. He's got a bigger defender on him. He's hoping maybe to use his speed to get around him, and that's exactly what he wants to do. Drives to his right, kicks it back over his head, but an errant pass picked off by Jalen Walker, and he's going to draw the foul. Seth Smith with the foul. scoop shot up and good. And once again, Coleman Stuckey. And I apologize, Coleman, if I'm mispronouncing your name. Ayala kicks to the outside, deep shot, no good by Gontopoulos. Shot up, drained. That's Luka Sakota, number 2 for Kings Christian, and he puts Kings Christian up by 3 now. This is the championship game of this bracket. Whoever wins this game is going home with some hardware here at the USA National Prep Basketball Championships. Foul on the floor, and we've got a stoppage of play. Gontopoulos with the score and the hoop, the harm. He's going to the line, number 10, Vasilios Gontopoulos. He had a nice scoring game yesterday. He's got a good shooting touch. And right now he's going to the line to try to tie this game up. Shot, no good. Rebounded by Sam Thompson. And now Luka Sakota back to Thompson. So he looked to break a light press there. Great awareness by number 3, Shamar Walker. Turned and saw that the defenders were out of position and took advantage of it. And that increases the lead back to 3. Seth Smith now. Ayala over to Gontopoulos. He was able to handle a deflected pass, drives, kicks it to the outside, deep shot, no good. Kings Christian looking to press, or looking to push. Jalen Walker, that shot no good. Just to let our listeners know, we've had reports that there may be an audible hum on our broadcast. We're working on that. If you're hearing that, I do apologize. We'll work to get that corrected right away. So let's reset here. We're almost at the midway point of the first half. 11-8 now. Kings Christian with the lead, but only a one-possession game as they're up by 3. Both teams looking to go home with some hardware today. Deep outside shot, that one, nothing but air, unfortunately. Now here's Smith. Drive, nice little bounce pass behind the back by Darius Irwin to Felix Yu Jr. shot, no good. Big rebound by Gu. Good look ahead pass. Euro step up, no good. Bodies hit the floor. He says he's okay. Felix Gu Jr. says he's all right. He gives a thumbs up, and he's sprinting back to the other end. And we've got another whistle and stoppage in play. Another stoppage in play. With 7:20 to go. 1 point lead. 1 point alone. A solo 1 point. Ball rattles out. Walker, spin move up. Big block by Felix Gu Jr. Ayala, 2-on-1 break up, under, and good. I believe that was Caleb Smith. I couldn't quite make out because Victory Christian sprinted back on that break. But one thing is certain, Ayala with the assist. Nice shot. Victory Christian keeps it and pushes back in front by 1. And we have a tight ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a foul in the backcourt. Tough call. That one goes against Gabe Teneza. Victory Christian will inbound in the backcourt. We've got full court pressure being employed by Kings Christian now. We'll see how Victory Christian handles it. We saw this yesterday. Ayala's able to beat the press on his own, but we've got a offensive foul called against Felix Gu Jr. Defender was in position. You know, there's two ways to beat the press, as any coach will tell you. It's either with the pass or with the dribble. And usually with the dribble, you've got to be a very deft ball handler and with a lot of speed. Nasan Ayala fits that bill perfectly. He showed yesterday he could beat the press. You don't want a guard that will always try to beat the press, but you do want a guard who can beat the press, and that's exactly what he is. Oh, we've got steps taken, and we're going the other way. And we've got a substitution as Sam Thompson, number 20 for Kings Christian, is coming back into the ball game. And we've got a timeout on the floor here with 6:01 left to play. 13-12, Kings Christian leads by 1 here in the USA National Prep Basketball Championship live from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment. We're back in action here. Under 6 to play in the first half. Stolen by Jalen Walker. He's going to push it up. Back to Walker. Thought about a 3, stops, pulls inside, shoots it. Doesn't go down, but does draw the foul. Jalen Walker hits the deck, and he's going to be shooting 2. That may have been called on Gontopoulos. So Victory Christian looking here to take the lead with this offensive set. They're in their half-court set. Seth Smith with the ball. Driving. Takes the contact from the defender, and he's going to get called for the offensive foul. Tough call going against Seth Smith, but it looked like maybe Jalen Walker got there in time. Either Jalen Walker or Lucas Sakota. I wasn't clear. A lot of defenders there, a lot of contact. 4:46 left in this first half. Lucas Sakota now acting as the primary ball handler. All right, at the line for 1-1. Victory Christian still trailing by 1. And we've had a bit of an offensive drought here. Shot no good. Rebounded there, or ultimately lands in the hands of Ngaye Bob Manuel. Now Gontopoulos. He's driving, looking for an opening. Steps back, shoots. That is a beauty from Vasilios Gontopoulos. You have to like that. Drove into the defenders, had 2 men covering him, created some space, stepped back behind the three-point line, fadeaway jumper from outside the three-pointer. Now he swats the ball away. So he's had a couple of nice plays. Now he's bringing the ball up, calling out the play. So the play of Gontopoulos has given them a 2-point lead. He wants to go again. That time, no good. And he takes a quick break over here with us in our booth. And I had an assist because I tossed him the ball back. So I'm making sure people put that in the stat book. I need my numbers. Victory Christian with a 2-point lead. First half. Just under 3.5 to play in this half. Walker wants to back it out. Calling for the pick. Thompson sets it. Over the top to Thompson. Oh, unfortunately broken up. But Victory Christian now with his chance. Once again, Gontopoulos acting as the primary ball handler. He's moving right to left. He's right at the elbow. Victory Christian down in the corner. Deep shot. Rattles in. Jalen Gould. And he is excited. He is pumped up. He is feeling it. Jalen Gould, number 30, with that deep ball, puts Victory Christian up 21-16, a 5-point lead, largest of the ball game for Victory Christian. They want to go home with the hardware, and we've got a break in the action as both teams are going to talk things over. 2:42 to go. You're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championships here live on netcastsports.com. I am Marcus Shockley. You can follow us on Twitter at Netcast Sports, and I think you should do so. It will make you cooler. It will make you more popular with your friends. And it may cure gout, but that's not FDA approved. But it will be a good follow. I'm being told that I cannot make medical claims regarding our Twitter account. So I will retract those statements. Both teams getting ready to get back in action as Kings Christian is going to inbound now. Kings Christian has played well as well. Even though they're down by 5, they've shown some offensive prowess. They've moved well without the ball. They've had good spacing, so they've gotten some shots off to see if they can't get those shots to fall. Deep outside shot, covered up a little bit. That's a tough contested shot. Doesn't go down. Scramble for the ball. Gontopoulos with it. This slapped out of his hands. Ultimately lands back with Darius Irwin. And Irwin decides to just say, okay, we're going to settle down. Let's run our half court. He's picked up by Jalen Walker on defense. Gontopoulos, deep outside shot, rims out. That was almost from NBA range. I think it's safe to say that Gontopoulos may be feeling it after that step-back jumper that he hit. And he is playing very well. Full court pressure. Oh, I guess technically mid-court pressure. Long rebound tracked down by Victory Christian. Darius Irwin now. He's looking for some set. Now over to Jalen Gould. And once again back to Gontopoulos. Gould shot. This one doesn't go down. Rebounded by Thompson. Now Sakota bringing the ball up. Jalen Walker. Drive, Sakota over the top, rims out, no good. Rebound by Gontopoulos. Up, over the top, no good, wild shot. Battle for the rebound, very physical between Gontopoulos and Sam Thompson. Neither player wanting to budge an inch. They go hard to the floor. And the ball will go over to Kings Christian. Battle inside. Here we go. Kings Christian with a chance to build on their lead with under a minute to play. Gould, deep shot. Bang! And Jalen Gould with another three. Now extends that lead to 8 with 35 seconds on the clock. And we've got a brief stoppage in play as the referees discuss something, but Kings Christian inbound. Thompson inbounds to Sakota. And Victory Christian is picking up full court once again. Kings Christian does a good job that time handling that press. Not an intensive press. Sakota down to the corner. Thompson really battling inside. Deep outside shot, good by Robert Manella. Gontopoulos driving. He wants to. He wanted that shot. He was running out of time. It's blocked. He feels he was fouled. But that's the way we're going to go to the break. 24-19, 5-point lead for Victory Christian in this championship game. You're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championship live from North Myrtle Beach. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. We'll see you then. All right, everybody, we're just about set to go here for the second half between Victory Christian and Kings Christian here at the USA National Prep Basketball Championship. Once again, I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports. I appreciate everybody joining us out there on this March day. Kick to the outside. Shot rims out. Scramble for the rebound on the floor. We've got a kick ball called. And it's going to stay with Kings Christian, I believe. Kings Christian, although down at the start of this half, they've played well. They've kept it close. And they're certainly in this game. That shot closes the gap. 24-22 now. Walker driving, stops right at the elbow, over the top, bounces around, no good, rebounded by Ngoye Bob Manuel. Slashing move to the hoop. Good block. That looked like a block by Sam Thompson. And the result is going to be a defensive stop for Kings Christian. Now Jalen Walker once again calling out the play as the primary ball handler. He's being guarded by Seth Smith of Victory Christian. Sakota shot off the back of the rim, and we're going the other direction now. And once again for Victory Christian, their primary ball handler is a very talented Nassan Ayala. Ayala calling out the play, very poised. And I really am enjoying this matchup between Ayala and either Lucas Sakota or Jalen Walker, depending on who's matched up with him on play. Deep shot outside and good. Now that pushes the lead to 7 for Victory Christian. Jalen Walker, he's going to take a three. No good, but the defender had dropped his hands, and they say hand down, man down. Drive. Kings Christian recovers. Victory Christian with a little bit of difficulty with spacing. Now they're looking to straighten that out. Now they've regained their footing, and they're going to reset their half-court set. Ayala going against Walker. Over the top to Felix Gu. Drive. Ayala using his speed, gets to the rim, gets the bucket, pushes the lead out to 9. 31-22 in favor of Victory Christian. Kings Christian, almost a turnover there. Now they really need some buckets here. Off the front of the rim, battle for it, rebounded by Felix Gu. Seth Smith pushing the ball. Deep outside shot, no good. Rebounded by Gu. He keeps it. Looking for an outlet, finds it. Now back up to Ayala, and you know what he's going to do? He's going to say, hold up, let's run an offense. And this time down, he's matched up against Sakota, so they're switching. Kings Christian switching up either Sakota or Walker to guard Ayala. Rebound by Gu. Up, and he draws the foul. That's going to send Felix Gu to the line. And an interesting move here. Victory Christian is actually pulling their, what you might consider their best rebound in Ngoye Bob Manuel, and he's actually back at the charity stripe on the other end. with Ayala, and they're talking about something. So, some strategic move, and now Bob Manuel is actually leaving the game, and Vasilius Gontopoulos has re-entered the lineup for Victory Christian. We got a timeout on the floor for Kings Christian. 30-second timeout. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a few seconds. (33-25) now in favor of Kings Christian. Deep outside shot. In favor of Victory Christian, but Kings Christian with the ball now. And we've got a foul and a stoppage in play. Victory Christian is traveling down from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I believe Kings Christian, and I know everyone will correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they are out of Ontario, Canada. One of a couple of schools here out of Canada. Kings Christian looking to inbound. Tough defense being deployed by Victory Christian. Kings Christian looking for a shot. Finds a cutting teammate, and they're going to call him for steps. That was Lucas Sakota. I believe Alex Nwaga, little shuffle pass to Sakota, and they called Sakota for steps. So unfortunate there, but that's another turnover. Down by 8 now. Kings Christian looking for a stop with 10:48 left in this half. Contact outside to Nwaga. He drives, gets cut off from the baseline. Good pass out, good pass around the perimeter. Kings Christian. Victory Christian is happy with their defense, but Kings Christian is doing a great job moving around trying to find any soft spots that may exist. So far there haven't been any, but they keep on looking, hunting that deep outside shot, rims out, and they get their own rebound. And Robert Manella, he looked to reset for a second, finally gives it up to Lucas Sakota. Victory Christian really looking to knuckle down on defense here. They want to defend without fouling, and there is a foul, an offensive foul. Unfortunate. But that's going to be a turnover, so Victory Christian with the defensive victory. Now with 9:40 to go here in the second half, up by 8. Now, all of the games today are championship matches, so every winner today goes home with some championship hardware of some type, a banner to hang, and a title. here at the USA National Prep Basketball Championship. There's several different brackets, but today is all about the championships, all about the winners. Ayala inside. Kick outside to Gotopoulos. Gotopoulos shot. Too hard, bangs out. Sakota over the top to Stuckey. Stuckey driving. Can't find any opening. Finally gives it back up to Sakota. And we've got a timeout for Victory Christian as they want to talk things over. And we are nearing the midway point of this second half. USA Prep National Championships. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, we talked about the format of the event. It's a tournament-style play. Teams that lose go on to a sort of a deferred bracket. Some people might call it the loser's bracket, but everybody gets to play multiple games. But the only way you advance to championship Saturday is by winning outright. And so the teams that you're watching right now, Kings Christian and Victory Christian, have both won their games the first 2 days of the tournament, and they're here in their bracket looking for a title. You can follow all the action on netcastsports.com. And this is organized by the USA National Prep. They put this event on every year. We're brought to you guys by the city of North Myrtle Beach here in South Carolina. Now, I will be honest, it is cold today. It's a little warmer at the moment, but it was really, really cold this morning. It was pretty, but it was cold. The last couple of days have been mild. The first day was downright hot. So it's been pretty. We had the full moon over the ocean at night, and we've had sunsets, sunrises. I guess the sunsets are more just the colors. But anyway, back in action here. Thompson on the outside. Finds the cutting Sakota. Sakota's shot up and good. Assist to Thompson. Shot by Sakota. They need that. That cuts the lead to 6. Only a 2-possession game. Lots and lots of time in this one. Gotopoulos tracks that one down. Deep outside shot, drained by Robert Manella, cuts the lead to 3 right at the 8-minute mark of this half. So we got a midway section, another half of this half to go. And now Kings Christian only trails by 3. And a big shot, Victory Christian coming roaring back with a tray of their own, now up by 6. They build that lead back up. Thompson driving. A little bit of he lost the ball just a little bit, was able to kick it out to a teammate. Another deep shot by Robert Manella, and he checks his arm as if to say, let's check the temperature of this arm. This shooting arm is white hot. So just like that, we're back within 3. Both of these teams look like they want to go home with that title. That shot is good. And that is a 3, and that's going to tie it up. We got a timeout on the floor from Victory Christian. So we're going to take a quick break. Now let me give you guys some heads up of what's coming up in our next game, and it's going to be a fantastic game. The national title to be decided in the girls bracket between Westridge and National Christian Academy. And if you've been watching this tournament this year, you know we've already broadcast both of those teams a couple of times. They are really talented. They are really loaded. I know the country will be watching to see who wins that game. So just to see the matchup, it's going to be some great basketball right here on Netcast Sports immediately following this game. If you go to netcastsports.com, you can see all the links and schedules right there. But definitely, if you're a basketball fan, a basketball junkie, or even a casual basketball fan, you want to see some high-level hoops, definitely check out that next game as well. Back in action here, Victory Christian now running a half-court set. Looks like it's a stretch zone. Walker now back in the game. Ball handler, he gets it back, fake drive, gets cut off at the baseline, and it's going to be a push on Gu. Felix Gu got him with the hip check, knocked Walker out of bounds. He's walking a little gingerly, but he looks like he's going to shake it off. Walker inbounds to Nuaga. Victory Christian. They've tied this game up, and now they've taken the lead. Kings Christian has come storming back, now up by 2 with under 6 to play. Nobody go home yet, everybody. And we've got an off-the-ball foul, and that is going to go against Lucas Sakota. They're going to call him for a hold. Nobody's in the bonus yet, so it's going to be inbound under the basket. Now, just moments ago, Victory Christian was enjoying a decent lead, and now they're on the comeback hunt. And a rebound, Victory Christian, Nuaga with it, gets it up to Walker. Walker Eurostep through 2 people, blocked by Bob Manuel. And I believe they're going to call offensive foul on Jalen Walker. He is not happy about it, but, he said that's the way that it goes. But he felt like he was fouled. So a defensive stop that time by Victory Christian. Ayala once again running the point. He's going against Sakota. Ayala driving up over the top. Good. That floater is good. Now Nassan Ayala with the bucket ties it up once again. And now he's getting down in that defensive stance at midcourt. Manella now with the ball. Whips it up over the top to Walker. Walker working against Caleb Smith. Now back over to Sakota. He's guarded. Big pick there. And that is going to go against Alex Nuaga of Kings Christian, number 4. I believe they're going to call him with the moving screen. And looking back at the play, I believe what it was is Nuaga's left foot was not down when he was in that pick, so they felt like that was a clear indication that he was still moving. Ball over the baseline, going back over. Thompson unable to hold on to it. So Victory Christian will get that turnover. Still tied up at 38. 4:28 left to go in this one. Ayala and Felix Gu talking as they walk up the court. Clearly they've got some strategy in mind. And we've got a timeout on the floor for Victory Christian as they're going to talk things over. You're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championship here live on netcastsports.com. I am Marcus Shockley. As I said before, you can follow us on Twitter at netcastsports. If you're so inclined, you can follow me on Twitter at m_Shockley. Coming to you from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 4:18 left in this regulation. Second half, 38 all. Victory Christian had a lead for a while. Now Kings Christian had a lead for a while. Now everything's all knotted up. It's like we're starting from scratch. Winner of this one is the champion of this bracket. Following this game, we will have Westridge versus National Christian Academy. Tons of talent in that one. It's a girls' game. Just those two teams are loaded with talent. A lot of talent in this game as well, of course. Here we go. Gets the half-court set. Deep outside shot. Rims out. Rebounded by Kings Christian. Good defensive stop that time. Lucas Sakota bringing the ball up. Now over to Jalen Walker. And we've got a foul. And I believe it's on Felix Gu away from the ball. So it's going to be inbounds under the basket by Kings Christian. Battle under the basket. Jump ball, possession arrow over to Victory Christian. Effectively a turnover at that point. Kings Christian now working with the ball. Somebody's got to take the lead. And it almost was Kings Christian. That ball was all the way in and now all the way out. We're going the other way. Ayala with the ball. Whoever scores next is going to have a lead, that's for sure. And time is now of the essence as somebody's got to establish some offensive flow here. A relatively low-scoring game, as we've seen with Victory Christian, as you've seen with these tough defensive teams. We've got a foul, and that's going to go against Jalen Walker, I think, with a hold. They are not in the bonus yet. Oh, wait, is that their seventh? It is. So they're in the bonus, 1-1. As Nasana Ayala will go to the line. First shot good by Ayala. And with that shot, he gives Victory Christian a 1-point lead. So now up by 2. Victory Christian looking to defend. Kings Christian looking to score. How do they want to attack this defense? Finds Sam Thompson in the middle. Defense recovers. Big block, tough defense by Ngoye Bob Manuel as he blocked the shot of Sam Thompson. And now what Victory Christian would love to do here, they would love to get another bucket, push that lead out to a 2-possession game. And, of course, the converse of that is that Kings Christian does not want that to happen. They would love to get a defensive stop and tie it back up or take the lead. And with only 2 minutes left to go in this one, every bucket becoming so crucial. Really slowing down the offense here, being patient, spreading it out. Ayala drives, pulls it back out. Tough defense by Sakota. Ayala is very speedy, especially going to his right. Jalen Walker defending Seth Smith. Smith actually beats his defender and then draws a foul from Walker. 1 minute and 10 left to go, and that's going to send Smith to the line. So these free throws are critical. We got a timeout on the floor for Kings Christian, and we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a few seconds. All right, we're about to get started once again here. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in this game, or at least in regulation. Now, Kings Christian is the situation is not dire for Kings Christian, of course not, but it is. They've got to make some plays here. They've got to make a couple plays. Number one, they're already sort of behind the 8 ball in the sense that Victory Christian is at the line. Seth Smith going, and he's got a one-and-one coming up. If he hits both of these, that'll create a 2-possession game. If he drains the first, so now they're still in this 3-point lead. The second one is ever so critical, and that will change the strategy of what Kings Christian is going to have to do. Second shot rolls around, no good. Still a 1-possession game, but knocked away from Ngawa. Finally, ultimately picked up by Sakota. Sakota drives up, and he is fouled hard. And Nassan Ayala and teammate Robert Manella. So Ayala from Victory Christian ran over to help him up, as well as his own teammate Robert Manella. And that is going to send Lucas Sakota to the line. And this is good for them because now they're only down by 3, 1:02, only 8 seconds elapsed off the clock. And the clock is stopped, and he can get some points here. First shot drained, and that cuts it back to 2. That missed shot on the other end by Smith. Not super critical, but it does give that Kings Christian that window, and now they're only down by 1. Nice use of the pass to beat the press. And we've got a foul, and that is again on Jalen Walker. And that is probably by design. And that will send Jalen Gould to the line. Shot is good. We are under a minute to play, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Victory Christian and Kings Christian. This is the bracket championship. Victory Christian continuing to go 1 for 2 from the line, leaving points on the table and letting Kings Christian stay with what they would prefer. Obviously they would prefer to have the lead, but being down by 1 possession as opposed to 2 is much more desirable. And they're only down by 2 points. So they've got the ball, and they're actually at the line is Ngawa. He got the off-the-ball foul call, so he's going to the line. And that is big for Kings Christian as they cut it to 1. So with the clock stopped, this is a perfect situation for a comeback. Second shot is up, rims out, and we've got a lane violation anyway. He stepped over the line. So unfortunate for Ngawa, but that does keep the lead at 1. So anything other than a 3 from Victory Christian will keep this a 1-possession game with only 51 seconds, and they're going to have to call a timeout with the full court pressure being applied by Kings Christian. Both teams going to talk things over. This is crunch time here in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And we're happy everybody's joining us today. We got 4 games on tap. This is the first of those 4. Championship Saturday. Please tune in to netcastsports.com for more details about all of our other awesome upcoming games. And you see this game you're watching, you see how good it is. You're a fan of sports, then by all means, join us for the next game. I can't promise that every game will be better than the last, so I won't. But they're all going to be good today. Now, we've seen several of these teams play before, so I say with confidence that you're going to see a lot of fun, talented play here on the final day. And by all means, tweet us out on Twitter, and we'll retweet you at Netcast Sports, or follow us on the Insta at Netcast Sports. Ayala working against the press. Looking to beat the press with the pass. Oh, very tough call goes against Nawaga, as it looked like he'd slapped the ball away, but he gets called for the foul. And he's a little unhappy about it in the sense that he just wants to take a quick walk. And he's going to the bench. But that's insult to injury in the sense that not only did Victory Christian effectively beat the press despite, because of the foul call, that's going to send Felix Gu to the line. So he's got a chance here to push that lead out by 1 or 2 points. And with a 1-point lead right now, as you know, this is critical. First shot good. It's a big shot from Felix Gu Jr. Second shot good. Now a 3-point game, 40 seconds left. Sakota with the ball. Looking for the pick. Thompson sets it. Sakota over the top. No good. Battle for the rebound. Gontopoulos with it. Now Ayala, he wants to beat the press, but he's fouled. And Ayala is a pretty good free throw shooter with 29.1 seconds left. It's a little too early to say he could ice it, but he can go a long way towards closing this one out with a couple of free throws, especially one free throw by Hassan Ayala will create a 2-possession game for Victory Christian with the lead. And that one uses all of the rim and down, 45-41 now. Victory Christian looking to hold on against Kings Christian out of Ontario. Second shot up, no good. So there's still daylight. But now Kings Christian needs at least 2 buckets. They don't have to go for a 3. They can have 2 twos. But they just need a good shot, and they need it quickly. That's a deep 3 ball, no good. Tried to track it down. Jalen Walker does. He's going to jack up a 3, and that's no good. And Felix Gu comes down with it, and that might do it, ladies and gentlemen. 10.7 seconds on the clock as Victory Christian is going to walk the full length of the floor as Felix Gu has free throws coming. And it's not over till it's over, but Victory Christian is starting to feel like maybe they have a chance to celebrate. They're feeling pretty good about their chances right now. These shots by Felix Gu. And that one, nothing but net, and that pushes the lead out just a little bit farther. 5 points now. Still a 2-possession game. Even if he hits his second one, still a 2-possession game, but it is a different scenario because one of those, well, now it's 2-possession, but one of them has to be a 3. We've got a timeout on the floor. Victory Christian, 7.7 seconds left on the clock, which is extremely difficult to say. But you're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championship live from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, here on netcastsports.com. I am Marcus Shockley. I appreciate everybody joining me for this first broadcast, joining me today. If you're sticking around, please check out Netcast Sports and look at the next broadcast links coming up. We've got Westridge versus National Christian, and I know the gym is full. A lot of people are here to see this game. We've got even more waiting in the wings to see the next game. And it is going to be a good time. I'm really excited about all the games on tap today. So Kings Christian, 7.7 on the clock. They're going to inbound. They're already in their half-court set. Let's see what they can do. A quick three here, and it could give them some daylight. Kick to the outside. Good look. Outside. Good. 1 point. Unfortunately, just not enough time. That's going to do it. And Victory Christian is your champion, ladies and gentlemen. And they are celebrating, and Felix Gu takes a knee. And that's going to do it for us here in North Myrtle Beach for this game. We'll see you in just a few minutes for the next game upcoming at 3:40, I believe, roughly 3:40, thereabouts. National Christian Academy taking on Westridge. I've been Marcus Shockley. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you on the next game.